Chelsea and Man United handed £30 million Jadon Sancho boost. Confirmation on Antonio Rudiger's injury and what Thomas Tuchel said about Christensen's injury. Two Premier League clubs eye Conor Gallagher for next season. And Chelsea registered interest in potential transfer deal for world-class 21-year-old. Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have a Chelsea news today. The day after Marcus Alonso puts Chelsea into third place in the Premier League table, beating Man City for the second time in a month. We're going to beat him again. We're going to do it in the Champions League final. We just are. But we got 4 stories today, or technically, 4 stories, 2 on injuries, and no, what? Yeah, 2 on injuries, so it's technically 4, but it could be 5. But I'm so happy still. We're in third place in the Premier League. We're in front of Leicester. Leicester have 3 really hard games. They've got United, us, then Spurs. I can only see them winning maybe Spurs. I think we'll beat them. And if we don't, then I don't think they'll beat United. I don't think they'll win all of them. And I think we will beat Arsenal and Villa. And then if maybe Leicester, hopefully Leicester, but if not, then we're still, as long as Leicester don't win all their games, then we're still in top 4. So that's good at least. But yeah, let's start off with the Jadon Sancho boost. Chelsea and Man United have both shown their interest in Jadon Sancho over the last year after he's really shone for Borussia Dortmund after leaving Manchester City. And especially the other day, I think they won 3-2. He shone in that game. I only watched the highlights, but he was absolutely brilliant. And Chelsea have been given a potential boost in any pursuit of Jadon Sancho after learning that Borussia Dortmund have reportedly shaved £30 million off of his original transfer fee. The report comes in the wake of Sancho himself admitting that he is unsure what the future will hold, as summer speculation surrounds him once again. But if Chelsea were to bring Sancho in, they must act fast because Man United are also in the running and they seem to have made him their #1 target to play on the opposite side of Marcus Rashford and behind Edinson Cavani, and either side Rashford and Sancho of Bruno Fernandes. That is a dangerous front 4, I'm not even gonna lie. Dortmund didn't really want to sell Sancho last summer, so they slapped a £108 million transfer fee on him, and Man United were the only team to go in for him, but they did end up getting priced out of a move, so he just stayed there for another season. But according to Michael Zorc, the club's sporting director, who recently told ARD, there is a gentleman's agreement in place with Sancho, and Gold report the agreement is that Dortmund will be willing to let Sancho go for a price of £78 million. That's less than Kai Havertz. And he's a baller. Oh my day. I just named Man United's front 4. Imagine our front 3 with Sancho, Mount, and Havertz, or Sancho, Pulisic and Havertz, or Sancho, Timo, Werner, and Mount, or Sancho, Werner. I don't even know. And if we sign a striker as well, then we're actually set. We could be one of the best teams in the world. We could win the Champions League this season and next season and the Premier League as well next season. We're actually, I'm getting too excited. I need to calm down. Also, some of you may not know, Jadon Sancho was a lifelong Chelsea fan growing up. So his heart may be telling him where to move to. Because I'm telling you, if I was 21 years old, if I was in this position and Chelsea or Man United were the teams interested in me, I wouldn't want to go to Man United because I was at Man City before Dortmund. And a kind of rivalry there. So I'd go to Chelsea, my favourite club. All throughout Jesus. Oh, just join Chelsea. Jadon Sancho, join Chelsea, please. Okay, secondly is 2 transfer injury updates on 2 defenders, Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen. Antonio Rudiger has recently been playing with a mask. We didn't really know the extent of his injury, but it turned out yesterday I saw, and also reading here, in a post-match interview, he said that he actually had a broken jaw from the Real Madrid game, which is fair enough considering I'm pretty sure he played most of it. And he's been absolutely colossal for Thomas Tuchel's reinvigoration of this side. And he's turned into one of the best defenders in the league, personally. He's not letting anyone get past him. He's going forwards as well. He can bomb down that left-hand side. He can also get shots off. Now, yes, they're always kind of skewed, but we saw the other day, I think it was Real Madrid, the first leg, he had a shot, Timo Courtois parried it into Werner. Kai had a tap in, but it got blocked off the line. But that just goes to show you, if you ever go, if you don't buy a lottery ticket, then you won't win the raffle. But after wearing this mask against Real Madrid and Man City, he's been absolutely brilliant. I can't even lie. Well, he should just wear a mask every week. Be like Batman in disguise. Maybe it is Batman, you just don't know who he is. Secondly, Andreas Christensen. He had a decent game yesterday. Actually, no, he didn't really. He slipped over for the goal, but did end up pulling something. And Thomas Tuchel did say it was a similar injury that he suffered some weeks ago around the Porto games. I think where we had to replace him. Right, this is him quoting. It was a 50-50 decision today whether we wanted to put him on the pitch or not. I hope that we did not make a mistake because he's so crucial for us in the last few weeks. He's so strong. I hope we can escape with some days of absence and not weeks, but I'm not sure yet. I have no confirmation yet. Hopefully, he can be back. Probably not for the Arsenal game. I don't think we risk him. Thiago Silva would hopefully be in the squad. Hopefully he's not injured, but he wasn't in the whole entire match. They scored yesterday, neither was Mason Mount. There's not been any reports saying whether they're injured or something. I think they're just left out, similarly to Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City. But hopefully Christensen isn't left out for too long. Hopefully he's back for the important games, the FA Cup final and the Champions League final. But I think we should be okay with Thiago Silva in the middle. I think Thiago Silva's probably better in the middle personally. But he can also play as that right centre-back. So hopefully we can go out with against Arsenal with Thiago Silva in the middle. And then Leicester, probably him as well. And then Villa, we could go Christensen. And then the FA Cup and the Champions League final with Thiago Silva in the middle personally. Hoping to win the Champions League after failing to do so last season under his current manager at PSG. Thirdly, now, if you've watched any of the Premier League this season, Leeds United have been a joy to have in the Premier League. They're finishing mid-table. They never were really that scared of getting... They were never that worried about getting relegated. They knew that if they played good football, which they have, they would be safe. And could European football even be on the horizon for next season? They have had a couple of disappointing performances, but with the likes of Rafinha, Patrick Bamford, and this player, who they're trying to get in on loan next season, they could have a very good team and hopefully challenge for European football. According to reports, Leeds United and Newcastle United are among a host of clubs, Premier League clubs, keen on signing Conor Gallagher for a loan this season or next season, and then hopefully he can come back into Thomas Tuchel's team for the 2022 to 23 campaign. Jesus, that seems a long time away. Now, Gallagher has had a decent season over at West Brom. They are getting relegated, but he's had a lot of positives to bring out of it. He's definitely by far been their best player. And at the age of, 21, 22, I think that he's had a debut Premier League season to be proud of. And like I've said before, all the Chelsea loan army, I think I'd take them all going to Leeds. Especially Conor Gallagher. I said for Kai Tomori when there was talks to him maybe going to Leeds United, I'd say Tammy Abraham could go to Leeds because he's actually a good finisher. And if they finished all the chances they created, then they'd be even further up the table than they already are. A left back, Emerson could go there. I don't even know. They want Tagliafico. Should be a good move. But I think Leeds United are definitely moving in the right direction. They're a great team to watch as well, especially when Chelsea beat them. According to a report, Leeds, Newcastle and Crystal Palace all want Gallagher either on loan or permanently. However, it seems that Gallagher is not looking to move right away. Some reports say that he wants to stay at Stamford Bridge and fight for a place, but I don't really see him getting into the team, especially with the likes of Ross Barkley, Ruben Loftus Cheek coming back. Us looking at Miralem Pjanic. We have so many attackers, and also if we're trying to bring more attackers, and I don't really see where he can get into the side. But maybe in January, if he isn't in the team, then his Mahrez may have to wait until then to get a move. A bit like the Newcastle geezer, Joe Willock. Like, he's done. He's been very good for Newcastle. He's been getting all their goals. Now, lastly, I need to hurry up with this. The most exciting story today. Chelsea register interest in potential transfer deal for world-class 21-year-old. Now, this 21-year-old is Matthias de Ligt from Juventus. And in recent times, Chelsea have reportedly registered their interest in Juventus defender Matthias de Ligt, but saw their approach rejected. Now, the Blues were joined by Barcelona in making some contact with Juventus over de Ligt recently, but Italian giants don't seem prepared to let the Netherlands international go, according to Tuttosport. De Ligt has long looked like one of the most exciting defenders in world football, but he hasn't ever quite got up to speed in Serie A. And ever since his big money move, £75 million from Ajax to Juventus. He hasn't really lived up to that price tag. And none of the Ajax players really have. De Ligt, in that semi-final, they got to the semi-final of the Champions League. Lucas Moura knocks him out after a hat-trick in injury time. Well, not all 3 goals were in injury time. But De Ligt, £75 million. I don't think he's really worth that for Juventus. De Jong, Frankie De Jong, he's been good for Barca. I think he probably did live up to his price tag of about similar price. Who else was there? Hakim Ziyech. He's not flourishing, but he's not doing bad. Who else is there? Quincy Promes. He's just gone to Russia after he stabbed his uncle or something. I don't even know. That said, the 21-year-old still has time to improve and clearly has tremendous potential. So it's easy to see why Chelsea have shown an interest in signing him. And De Ligt could end up being a major upgrade on unconvincing performers. A bit like Andres Christensen. He has been good recently, but he does have a mistake in him. A bit like yesterday. And so does Kurt Zouma. He had a brilliant tackle on Raheem Sterling. But he did also foul him, which wasn't given as a penalty, but I don't know how it wasn't a penalty. He was all over him and then clipped his leg with his knee. However, Juventus have lost out on the Serie A title this season, with Inter Milan ending their long-running dominance in the Serie A. And selling someone like De Ligt for Juventus doesn't really seem like the perfect way to rebuild their whole squad and rejuvenate their whole squad. So Chelsea may have to look elsewhere. But Chelsea and the Blues, the CFC, have also been linked to Real Madrid centre-back Rafael Varane in recent times, with his contract ending soon. I think a year this summer, or he's in the final year of his contract at Real Madrid. He's nearing the final year of his contract at the Bernabeu. I think that he's probably more of a realistic signing. Now that is all today. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're around here. Comment down below your thoughts on the game yesterday. I'm so happy we're in 3rd place. Let's go. 3rd in the Premier League. I think we're almost guaranteed top 4 now. Hopefully Everton can do a job on West Ham later on. That would be even more perfect. But I don't know. West Ham have a good team. But yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.